Okay, I need glasses so I can actually see the chat. And that would be a really good idea. And we are maybe live?
Okay.
Yeah, we
Can
look
we see this okay?
look like we're live. Yes. Well, if you pull it down towards the, see, you're cutting the characters. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. And they are right in the middle of the screen, so that's perfect.
Good, good, good.
Yes, that is perfect.
Hello,
Velocity
everybody.
Chungus is here, and Moonlight is here, and Mocha Rain is here.
I'm just
Demonic Waffles says hello. That's a funny name. I like that one. Mushroom Makes Art says hello. Hey, Saroj is here.
Hello.
And Bethany has joined. We have Brandy B this morning.
I'm trying to think of what color our cobalt should be. I'm thinking kind of charcoal gray, like a Payne's gray.
Please tell me which one's the cobalt.
This little guy.
That little guy's. Now he's a dragon thing.
Well, no,
Dragonborn
is the one on the left. Cobalt is kind of a little. They got like a little bit of dragon blood in them, I think.
Okay.
But they're just these like little. Yeah, maybe I might go a little bluish, gray, or maybe a little greenish. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. How's everybody doing?
Well, Caroline's watching from the hospital and says this has made my day, and I'm gonna say I hope you're doing all right.
Yeah, please feel better soon.
Yeah. And Dalton says good morning, and Zoya says good morning. I've been having a really bad time and was hoping to get some words of encouragement from my idols. What's the tea for the day? I'm sorry you're having a rough time.
And
I'm sorry.
You are going to have a wonderful day.
I hope it gets better. Just take a deep breath. You've got this. And the tea for the day is the Harrod's tea. I am very generic this week. Gail is here, wants to know how we're doing.
We're doing good, Gail.
We are doing.
Can you guys see all the characters that I've done?
We're really focused in on that so we can see the painting, so I don't think they can see everybody that you've done.
All right, you can zoom them out if you want.
You guys want to see them all? I'll zoom out. And then we can zoom back in, or do you want to see the details right now? Tell me a story. I love the tigress. I jumped when I saw the notification about the live. Mocha Rain says this piece is looking insane.
Thank you.
Caleb McKnight says, hey, Scott, this is my first live, and I'm so excited.
Welcome.
Emu says, hold on, where chat's jumping. Just saying you guys have helped me so much getting out of a really bad mental health pit. You make me so happy, and I'm thanking the mods as well. They are so nice.
Oh, they are the best. And we're
really
so happy that you're feeling a little better.
Yeah. Seems like maybe everybody's coming out of the fog this morning, huh?
That's a good thing.
Yeah. It just takes time, I can honestly tell you. It just takes time. You are all normal. Trust me.
Or none of us are normal, really.
We'll go with none of us are normal, but
Yeah.
feeling like that is
normal.
a normal thing. Yeah. Going through stuff. We're all going to go through stuff, you know? But we can just be here with each other. Oh my goodness, no. Let's see. Hey, Chunk is back.
Hey, Sean.
How you doing? Of course I remember you. Long time no read. Get it? Because I'm reading the chat. Do you have a store? We do have a store. Just go to
Posters.
yeah.
And original artwork and
Of course Bethany put the link in because she's just that good. Hello from Russia. Your drawings are amazing. Good morning from Florida. Quincy Smith is painting little birdies. Love how the guild looks so far.
Thank you.
Um,
Let's try this. I just had to pick a color.
yeah.
These little accents. And I'm hoping they...
She's obsessed. Rachel's obsessed with the washi tape I sent her. Rachel, this is only the beginning. There are the most beautiful washi tapes out there. Kiddo, trust me. Stick with me. Wink, wink. Hey, Scott, what do you think is more important, the quality of the paper or the quality of the paint?
Oh, well, if it's watercolor, the paper is more important, 100%. If it is gouache, I would take the paint. And I would think the same thing for acrylic, too.
Really?
Yeah, the paper's not. Watercolor really depends on good paper. It just thrives on good paper.
Fountain pens thrive on good paper, too. I love how the elemental character turned out. I was wondering if the patch on their face would either be darker or lighter than their skin tone.
That is, I thought I would do
Oh, you're still muted. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Bethany. Sorry.
I thought I would do a character with vitiligo. And so that's what they have.
Thank you, guys, for telling me he was muted. Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, bear with me, okay?
Blow dryer.
Oh, now we got to mute him again. Okay, just remind me to unmute him. How's that? Let's see. No, we are on slow mode. Because if we don't have slow mode on, then we get all this spam in the chat, and that's no good. So we always have slow mode on the chat. Do you ever add white highlights afterwards over the watercolor?
Yeah, sometimes. I will do that. If you look at yesterday's video, I talked about. Can you guys see the
what?
What I'm pointing at?
No.
The
you want me to zoom out?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me find it. Let's go to 90. Okay.
Can you see what I'm pointing at now?
Let me see. No, you have to move the whole painting over.
Okay.
Still can't see it. It's huge. The painting is huge.
I know. It's just I'm recording. Okay. But if you look at yesterday's video, I talk about how I use some white highlights, some white gouache on the chainmail. And but yeah, I will.
Oh,
I
you
will,
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I will go in and I will do that.
Okay. I zoomed back in again so they could see what you were painting. Let's see. The guild is looking fantastic. I just finished a project and didn't panic when I made a mistake. I remembered what you said about being able to fix mistakes, and it helped so much.
That's fantastic.
That is Allie Ray. That is awesome.
I love that.
Good for you. We are live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Central Time. Not every day, just 3 days a week, because it's a lot to go live. We used to go live, God, when the pandemic was on, we were live 7 days a week. And that was good because it kept us
give us something to do.
Yeah, gave us something to do, but we have other things we're working on now, and Scott has to do videos and just a whole bunch of stuff. So 3 days a week is what we do. And we have an Ellen this morning.
Hey,
and
Ellen.
Mary Beth says morning from Kansas.
Hello.
Last stream. Oh, you did. You typed a joke in that one. Let's see. I'm such a big fan of your art. I'm in art school in France, and I watch your videos as help with my paintings.
Oh, fantastic.
That is
Thank you.
so cool. I'm working on my animation homework while watching.
Oh, that's great. Blow dryer.
Oh, here we go again. Okay, let's see.
All right, I am going to, let's do a little bit of shadows on them.
Let's see. Why don't you tell everybody really quick all the supplies that you've used so far to make this painting, so the mods don't have to keep putting it in the chat.
So this was done on 600 GSM Arches hot press paper.
We call that stupid expensive paper.
It was very expensive. Still not my favorite. So I don't know. This might be my last piece that I do on this paper. And then I did the inking with a zebra brush pen and a Micron .005 pen. And now my watercolors are Winsor and Newton.
Okay.
Am I unmuted, by the way?
Oh yeah, you're unmuted. We're good. You got to wait until I click the button, otherwise the hairdryer gets caught. So you got to let me do that. So you don't want to color the cobalt like his name and use cobalt blue.
No.
Do you think you'd ever try? You guys always want to know what the next thing is. Do you think you'd ever try painting a series of portraits of each individual character?
I don't think so. No. I'll never say never. Like I wouldn't like not do it for any particular reasons other than at this point it doesn't sound interesting to me. But who knows what tomorrow brings?
Oh, I know what tomorrow brings.
So I think what
it's
I'm
rain.
I think what I'm gonna do is give him or them a have their armor be bronze rather than the shiny silver of the knight. So I think I'm gonna do that, and that'll keep with the limited palette of Payne's gray and that orange. So blow dryer.
No. Hold on. We got to scroll. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. A lot of people do not like the sound of that hairdryer, so we're going to make sure we mute it. Smudge Sounds. He's gotten a lot of help from a friend of his regarding this. So Smudge Sounds asks, what would you recommend for a newer D&D artist? Is there anything you'd recommend when working on different races?
Well,
you didn't even know all these different races until Charlotte helped you out.
Yeah, I got a ton of help for mine. But what I would say is there's a lot of websites where you can get reference and inspiration from. But what I did was I actually bought the photo reference, and that was really helpful. And the photo reference were just generic photo references of fantasy characters, and I put links to them. But that's what I would do. Try not to do the stuff out of your head.
Rose says, I love how all of us can watch this from different places. Someone could be from across the world and be watching this really early or late. I love how this is turning out.
Yeah, that makes me so happy too.
Yeah, it's nice having all different people from all over the place here with us. Let's see. Lots of people are obsessed with washi tape. Welcome to my world. I have way too much washi tape. We talked about what you are what your supplies are using. I don't know if you have a favorite yet because you haven't painted them all. Do you have a favorite yet?
No. I mean, I love the Tabaxi, but I think they all are fun. There are some that I was not as pleased with, maybe, but right now I'm really enjoying the whole thing.
Let's see.
Let me pull up the photo reference. I haven't even been looking at the photo reference.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, doesn't it? Yeah, would Scott ever consider playing D&D with these characters?
Yeah, you know, I haven't played D&D since 1981, so I wouldn't even know if I would like it.
Do you travel to make art for content now, or do you travel for enjoyment and the culture in different countries?
I don't travel at all. Mm-hmm. I think I would like to. I think it would be nice to travel.
Travel is expensive.
Yeah, especially from the U.S. because, you know, we can't just hop on a train and, you know, be in
the next country.
Yeah, the next country over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's literally no trains. Let me blow dry this real quick.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead. There's a lot of places that we would like to go, but that's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, I have to.
So right now, you make art, and if we travel, then you make art in your travel journal.
Yeah. I genuinely don't know what this line is. Like, I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, look at me. I barely ever know what you're thinking, so And usually when I do think I know what you're thinking, I'm wrong. So, any advice for someone starting an art podcast?
An art podcast. Talk about something that makes you happy. Don't think about something that you would want to talk about for a long time, I guess is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Something you're very comfortable talking about.
Yeah.
And dead space is a thing.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody that can be on there with you, because dead space is a thing. And it's also hard to, I don't know if you're going to do art while you are doing your podcast or if you're just going to talk about it. There's a lot of dynamics that you need to think about, like what you're going to do as far as that goes, because it was really hard for Scott to read the comments at the same time while he was painting. And so it just depends on the dynamic of what you're going to do with your podcast. Are you going to record it for video as well as record it for audio? There's just a whole lot to consider.
Yeah.
So maybe put all those things down, get a nice notebook and write all those things down. And then figure out, do I need more than one camera? Do I need more than one person?
Blow dryer.
All the things of what you want it to look like. All right. So Kameka says, my D&D group inspired me to sketch the sessions again. I used to sketch our sessions all the time. They loved it.
Oh, that's great. Okay, I don't know what. I'm like looking at the photo reference. I'm like, I don't see what I was drawing here, but I think I know that. I think this was supposed to be a
what?
It's a
He's literally trying to figure it out looking at the photo reference.
I think this was supposed to be like a plate of armor right there. That they're okay. Now I get it. All right.
Makes sense now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm writing something down real quick. Sorry.
Okay,
so Eden says, I'm in the middle of a watercolor painting right now, but my paper is buckling like crazy. Any tips?
Paper buckles. Is it taped down? Mm-hmm. So it could be a couple of things. Either A, it's not taped down well. B, it's not a high enough GSM. So you want at least 300 GSM if you can. Is it 300 GSM? Or
yes, 300 GSM.
Okay.
That's 160 pound.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what my notebook is. My Archer and Olive one. Why do you prefer Doc Martens watercolors to other brands? Is it because of the color and vibrance?
Oh, I'm using Winsor & Newton. I was using the Doc Martens for just that little spot of vibrancy. It is very vibrant.
They're concentrated.
Very concentrated. So I use it just for little spots of color from time to time. But 99% of my watercolor stuff is Winsor & Newton. I just broke it out just for the that one time.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We did that one. Oh boy, what are the best budget paintbrushes for acrylics? I really need some help, please. It depends on where you are. I mean,
yeah. Also, Bethany might be a better.
Yeah, Bethany would know things about brushing. She uses oil paints, and so. But still, if you're outside the country, if you're outside the United States, it is really hard for us to pinpoint product. So if you're in the U.S., Scott buys a lot of things at Blick, and I do think we have brushes on your website. So under the resources page, and we also have some under the page of resources of things that he's tried. You can start there and see if that would be a help to you.
Blow dryer.
Hold on a second. Go ahead. We have stickers that say blow dryer. Crowd Made makes them. But we do have stickers that say blow dryer. And the blow dryer has a name. His name is Roger Roger. Wow. What? Okay. So Scott uses Winsor & Newton watercolors.
Yeah.
What brand of markers would you recommend?
I like I like Ohuhu, and I like the
Art Beak.
Art Beak ones, which are very cheap. They're really inexpensive. There should be a link on our website. Like you can get, I think 80 of them for $25, and they're brush tip, and they're really good.
Okay. I'm just using this as background music for me to listen to, and how I'm doing my watercolor painting with my shark.
That's great.
I got new watercolors, but I'm scared to use them. Any tips?
Don't be scared. There's just watercolors.
Yeah.
You can't break them.
You can't do
and
anything
you want to
wrong.
use them. Here's the thing: you want to use them and be done with them, get that out of the way, and then you're gonna go, I like this, or like you want to go, I don't like these colors, or I don't like this paper. But you gotta use them. You gotta understand you're at the experimental stage. You gotta try everything. You gotta throw the paint at the paper. You gotta use too much water, not enough water.
Okay, but can I say, you know how sometimes I get something and I get kind of stuck and I get like afraid to do anything with something. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's where Diana is right now. Maybe Diana's like, oh my gosh, I don't know. So
that's what I'm saying.
Is it just a push through kind of thing?
Yeah,
like I'm going to open it, I'm going to get the water, I'm going to get the paper, and I'm just going to paint something. I don't care what it is.
Okay. You have to start thinking of art supplies as consumables, like food. And you gotta, like, you know, it's like someone who just got a box of cookies and they're afraid to open it. It's like you open those cookies up and you devour them.
I'm never afraid to open a box of cookies.
You go buy some more and then you devour them. And through doing that, you're going to find out which cookies are your favorite, but you take joy in trying them. You can't look at them as
they're so precious you can't even eat
them. like a thing that you put on a shelf. It's a consumable. It's supposed to be used. It's supposed to be exhausted and appreciated. So please use them. And you know that's why they keep making more.
Diana, I hope that helps. I do understand being stuck though. I get it. But you just got to do it. Let's see. Have you considered using Doc Martin white instead of white gouache? Dragonfly would like to know.
I have never even heard of it.
Let's see. Easttown says, hey from Norway, so glad I could finally catch you live. Your guild series has been great while struggling with mental health.
Oh, well, thank you. I hope everything goes okay with the mental health struggles.
Good evening from Indonesia.
Good evening.
Zira says, I wanted to say thank you for motivating me to make more art.
Oh, my pleasure.
Good morning from Missouri. I'm finally on spring break so I can watch.
Oh, that's
Love
great.
your art.
I am going to real quick just add shadows because I didn't do that.
Emily,
earlier.
Scott has done animation. Years ago, he animated Spider-Man and Power Rangers, and he worked on Casper, and he's done a million things, and we made an animated movie called Animal Crackers. So,
though I didn't animate Animal Crackers.
You did not. You wrote, directed, and produced it. I think that's enough. Okay. I don't think you need to animate in addition to that. Let's see. I really love this painting. I feel like it explores the lighter and happier side of some of the darker characters. Chronic Gaming wants to say thank you for posting your amazing art.
Thank you.
Let's see. Maurice would like to know, what about the guild's villains?
Oh.
Villains are bad guys. We don't want to know about the villains.
I'll leave that. You know what we should do? We should try to get Kim Diaz home to do the villains.
Oh my God. That is funny.
They'd
He
all
would-
be like
he-
Cthulhu looking.
Oh,
kinda
they would
stuff.
be these creepy, bloodthirsty, like very dark looking. Yeah, you got to talk to him about that. That'd be funny. That would be cool. I would love to see his take on villains.
Okay, so let us just.
Let's see. Have I missed anything important? Well, I don't know. You missed 27 minutes. How do I know what you missed that was important? I don't. Did you do anything important?
No.
Okay, you didn't miss anything important. There you go. Phew, that was a close one. Scott does not like any metallics or color shading
Yeah.
colors.
I'm
He
not a fan.
doesn't use them. But this person does want to know, if you use them, would you do it before or after it's scanned for printing?
It doesn't matter because the printing is not going to really pick it up very well.
We had a beautiful painting that Scott did, and you used
Like a gold leaf
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. It was a very Art Nouveau inspired piece. And when it was printed, it didn't bring out the vibrancy of the gold leaf.
Yeah.
And I think it's just if you use a spot varnish, you could bring that out, or you used a certain printing techniques. You'll basically do an overlay of the metallics on top of that.
Yeah.
Very, very cost prohibitive. It's very expensive to do that, but you can do that. But when you just normally print it, it won't show up well.
Yeah. Okay, pencil sharpener.
There is no blow dryer that does not have sound that I am aware of. That is why we need
There are heat guns can maybe be.
heat guns are louder. They're higher pitched. They're definitely higher pitched.
Really?
Yep. Because Logan and I've used a heat gun before at the train thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've used a heat gun also when we were doing drama and we were shrink wrapping things. Because you can use them. Anyway, yeah. I've used them before and no, they're very high pitched. You would hate a heat gun. The style of these characters is amazing. I bet you're really enjoying painting them.
I am. Thank you.
Scott is most likely never going to paint something dark and macabre like Kim Diaz. It is not his thing. The only way he would paint it is if he was painting with Kim and Kim said, "We're going to do this today." And even then, the whole time he's going to have his lip curled going, "I don't really want to do this." But he'll paint it because he's with Kim and he likes Kim. So watching yesterday's video has helped me decide that I've always been a professional artistic noodler as well for decades. Doesn't matter what medium, I can't seem to stop myself either, Scott. That is Colleen. Noodlers
That's funny,
unite.
Colleen.
Let's see. Oh, my chat just jumped. Oh my God, I'm gold leafing as you speak. Do you know where cheap and really good ink pens are sold online, Scott?
Well, the ones I get are cheap and really good, and that is the Zebra brush pen, the one I'm using literally right now. Mm-hmm. And I get them from jetpens.com, though you can get them on Amazon, you can get them from Blick, you can get them most anywhere.
Wait, he made animal crackers. Yes, we did make animal crackers.
Yeah, Donna is the voice of Petunia.
I am Petunia the Fat Lady. Pleasure to meet you all. How do you know your watercolor's so good?
Oh, just practice.
God, so many years of how many years have you been painting, babe?
I started in like 2009.
Okay, so it's 2024, so 15 years.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna come out here with a little bit of mom, okay? For all of you that are saying all of these things and seeing how Scott's able to paint. We were just talking about this yesterday, how his art has improved so much over the last 4 or 5 years because he's been painting so much.
Yeah.
And he's had the time to do it. So if you're 15, 20, 25 years old and you're comparing yourself to Scott or anybody else that's had more years of practice, I want you to stop doing that, because you cannot possibly be the person that you want to be in 10 years from
Yeah.
where you are now. It's just time and practice. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but that's what it
Don't
is.
compare yourself to someone who's been doing this
Just
for
don't. Yeah.
how many years.
No.
It's as an artist, it's not bad to set a goal saying I want to learn that, or I want to
Yes.
be like that.
Yes.
But don't
Well,
compare
everybody should
where
set
you are
goals.
now with your current skill set
Yeah.
to where someone who's been practicing this for the last 15 years. I mean, I've been making art for 45 years. So just please keep that in mind. You guys need a little bit of perspective.
No, you need a lot of perspective. A lot of perspective. Just start. Use the pencils, use the paper, use the supplies that you have. Pick up the markers. Whatever it is that makes you happy or makes you excited to try it, do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Don't worry about how good you are. Don't worry about, I'm not going to make a masterpiece today. Just do it because you want to do it. That's it.
Okay, so our little kobold is for the most part done. Let me find my little pirate.
How do you think of inspiration to draw something? And
I'm visually inspired. So I look at something and I go, ooh, I want to draw that.
Yep.
So for me, it is definitely not, I have an idea. Every once in a while, I will get an idea. Is this off the page now? Or
Yes, we are off the page. What are you trying to paint? Where are we going next
this
with
character?
it? Yeah, can we go a little more towards me? Push the whole board a little more towards me.
I'm sorry. I'm pushing that.
Thank you. I'm like you're going the right direction,
I'm moving
babe.
the camera towards you. Yes,
No. That's why I said move the painting towards me. That's better because we can see now a little bit better. Thank you. Okay. This person had a second question, and I don't even know how you're going to answer this, but I'm curious. How do you try to reduce your mistakes while drawing? I mean, you don't.
Well, you try to reduce your mistakes.
Right. But
I try to reduce my mistakes by using good photo reference. The less I have to do out of my head, the less guesswork there is. So if I was trying to do something with like zero mistakes, I would find a photo of exactly what I want to draw, and I would trace it, and I would copy it exactly like I see it on the photo, and that would be the least chance of making a mistake. As soon as I find a photo that isn't exactly what I want, or when I draw without tracing, there's going to be mistakes. And you can call them mistakes, or you can call them... When I stopped worrying about making it look exactly like the photo, and I just started embracing how wonky my drawing was because I can't copy something exactly like a photo. So once I start embracing that, then I think just your own personal style comes about, and it becomes less of a mistake and more of a style.
all right. There are about 1 million good questions today. So I'm going back up in the chat, and we're going to blow through a few of them because I don't want to miss anything. And I want you guys to be able to get your questions answered. And anybody that's asking for tips, please go back through the shorts. Scott's done shorts on perspective. He's done shorts on painting. He's done shorts on paper. He's done shorts on pens and markers and even photo reference. He's done a video on where he finds his photo reference. So go back and look at those videos because he's put a lot of time and a lot of work into those so you can follow along. Also on the resources page of our website, you will find links to photo reference, links to all of the art supplies that he uses. You just have to go and check those out. So we're going to do that.
So if you guys remember, I redid her nose.
Letter Lady Z, my 8-year-old has a question about animal crackers. If somebody eats another person's cookie, will they turn into that person?
Yes, and we kind of show that during the montage when Owen is stuck as he doesn't have his human cookie, and Chesterfield offers him Brock's cookie, and Owen, who's I think was a rhinoceros or a bear at the time, was like no, and he fell off the table or his chair. But yeah, so if Owen would have eaten Brock's cookie, he would look like Brock.
Yep. But then Brock would never have been able to turn back into Brock because there's only one human cookie. Like once you become an animal.
So my assumption would be the way that it would happen is if Owen then ate another animal cracker, the Brock cookie would go back into the box.
Interesting.
Right? Because
Yep, that makes sense.
you know.
What made you look at like watercolors and use them as your main medium?
I was primarily colored pencils and markers. That was my main medium for 20 years. And I took a break for 10 years where I was digital, like 3D. And then when I said I want to come back, I tried colored pencils again, and I just hated it. I hate how everything has to be done exactly as you put it down. There was no surprise. There was no art to it in my eyes. And so I wound up just saying I want to try something else. And so I had some watercolors for whatever reason. And so I tried that, and it didn't look great. And then a friend told me that I was just using bristle paper. I wasn't using watercolor paper. And so then I bought some watercolor paper, and I went, oh, it looks so much nicer. And then I did that for a little bit, and then I realized, I wonder if I added some ink lines. And then I did that, and then so that's just how this whole
It's an
style
evolution.
It's
The
an
process
evolution.
is an
But
evolution.
yeah, I was tired of colored pencils and markers.
You had done color pencils and markers for
Yeah, so long.
35 years at that
Yeah.
point.
Blow dryer.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, Scott's favorite is cold press paper, but not super bumpy cold press paper. Watercolor, cold press paper, depending on, I don't know, you're gonna have to try it. I'm gonna go with this. I think for Scott, you use cold press paper for watercolor and hot press paper for gouache.
Yeah.
I would say try it. Try it and see what you like, because you may like how things work on one type of paper.
Yeah, everybody's different. That's why they have different kinds of
Exactly.
paper.
Exactly.
That said, the reason why I use cold press is because watercolor needs, or we'll say watercolor wants different textures to kind of move around in. And it just makes it look really nice. Some people want their watercolors very smooth. They want it to look like airbrush, which...
But that's the key that you're missing there.
Want. I know.
Want, yes. As an artist, you want a certain look. So you have to try to get that look. You know, it's the same with, I think, with anything. You have in your mind that I want this. If you're a fiber artist, I want my blanket, scarf, sweater, whatever to look like this or to feel like this. And so you find the materials that allow you to do that. All right. So, Maya, we buy Scott's pens on jetpens.com.
So can you see the white around her nose that I'm dealing with?
Yes.
Because that's the acrylic gouache.
Oh, okay.
From when I...
Say good morning to Jamie Brown.
Hey, Jamie.
Hi, friend. Do you have a favorite comic book?
When I was a kid, it was Spider-Man, and then when I was a teenager, it was Conan. And I got rid of all of my Spider-Mans, except for the ones that my son has. And then I have every every single issue of Conan.
You do
From
indeed.
issue 1 to, I don't know what it was. And I have all of the issues. So that's my one collection that I said, I'm going to keep that. I don't know if I'll ever read them again, but...
We have thought about publishing a coloring book. It is expensive to do on good paper.
Yeah.
So there's that. I have tried painting. It is not my favorite thing to do. I prefer journaling. Scott does not draw things normally with markers. He is using pencil and his zebra brush pens and watercolor. That is his.
But I do have a lot of marker art.
You do. But they're asking, what do you typically draw with markers? You don't.
Yeah. I'll be doing the 70s with markers.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
It is. It's
Yeah, but they're going to fade. The originals are going to fade.
Oh. Only if you keep them in the light.
Yes, which is where most people keep their art.
We'll put them behind museum glass then.
Let's see. How do you know your watercolors are good?
They're made by a good brand that has been light fast tested. There's little light fast information on these, and but they've been around for 100 years.
Do you think Canson is a good brand of sketchbook?
It is. I used Canson for the most part. They're a good beginner sketchbook.
Let's see.
I am not happy with that color.
If you go,
It's that stupid.
Your nose is broken.
give it to me. This is Donna.
Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah, he's in a meeting right now. Is this?
It's the ear, nose, and throat people. Let's see. I don't know if I want to do reds. I don't know if reds are the right. Yeah. I'm going to try this deeper red and see. Yeah. So for anybody who just got here, Donna just had to grab my phone, and the doctor's office called, so she will be back shortly. I'm just picking colors for this. I'm wondering what kind of hair color she should have. Don't want to do green again. Maybe blue?
Sorry, everybody.
Are we all good?
Oh, we had a conversation. Yeah, we had a conversation. I'm nice to a point. Anyway, so there we are. All right. Let's see. All right. Any affordable sketchbook for watercolor you can recommend? You guys are asking some very specific
favorite,
things.
the one that I use, is the Be Creative. There's a link on my website, and it is the best. Literally the best. It's 100%
in your
cotton.
humble opinion.
In my unhumble opinion, it is the best, and it's only $15. So I would get that. You'll. I mean, if you've used watercolor paper before, you will go, wow, this is so good.
The Animal Crackers movie poster took the most time for him to do. Hitomi is here and says, good morning, finally made it. Wow, this painting is amazing. Thank you for the long videos explaining color choice.
My pleasure.
See, I told you people liked that. What's your favorite form of art?
I like the pre-Raphaelite movement. I like the romantic movement. I think those are
like the romantic movement. Oh, I'm sorry, not my romantic movement. Hey, Mrs. Claus is here. Hi, friend.
Hey, Mrs. Claus.
How's the cookie baking coming along? Are you trying some new recipes? Where does Scott find his models and poses?
Oh, there is a link on our website under resources, and I talk about it on the second video of this series.
All right. Scott was an illustration major. He went to Academy of Art in San Francisco.
I did.
He started painting about 15 years ago. Was the dragon and centaur the most stressful art piece you painted?
I don't
No.
think so.
You put so much pressure on yourself for the Animal Crackers poster to be perfect.
No, I think I enjoyed it. I wasn't under. I think it was one of the Dragon and Centaur was definitely one of the most stressful because I think because it came right after the Gothic Vampire, which did really well. I wasn't expecting the Gothic Vampire to do for anybody to even want to watch the videos on it. So when it came time to do the Dragon and Centaur, I think I put a lot of pressure on myself.
This person says, I see a lot of brown boots. Would Scott consider giving at least one character brightly colored shoes?
Brightly colored shoes. Yeah, I could totally do that. How about the gnome? Yeah, I've got, this character has...
They're going to wind up covered in
boots.
mud anyway, so I'm just saying. No, we do not have copyright issues because we don't print anything that has copyright issues attached to it.
Yeah.
What is your favorite form of art?
You asked that already.
I did. Okay.
Or I think so. I said the Romantic period and the... yeah, so I purchased all of the photo reference for this. For the Dragon and Centaur, I really didn't use any photo reference. And for the Gothic Vampire, I had used photo reference that I didn't own the rights to. I reached out to the photographer, who was also the model, and asked for permission, and I offered her a percentage of the sales, and she agreed. And so we've been sending her checks whenever we sell. Not for every poster that we sell. Like when we get to a certain point, we send her a check.
That's fine. She's paid. Let's see. I don't know why I would sound any different, but no, I'm not sick anymore. After 21 days of antibiotics, I better not be sick anymore. Sheesh. He has not painted any Greek mythology or Roman gods or anything like that.
I did Medusa
to date. Oh, that's right. You did do Medusa. That's right. Oh, good. You picked up the Westing game. That's one of my favorites. Middle grade. That's a great one. Scott did oil paints back in high school.
Didn't like it.
Let's see. I am glad you picked up journaling. We have not picked up any new video games recently. Scott's just still been playing Overwatch.
Well, I tried Baldur's Gate. Did not like it.
Oh yeah, you did not like that.
I got a return on it.
Let's see.
This character has a lot of little details, so my apologies if I'm a little focused.
Are you really gonna do a 70s rock poster?
I was hoping to. Yeah, it's on my to-do list, we'll say.
Let's see. Where are we? Yeah, it's hard for him to look at comments and answer questions when I'm not here. So that's why there was a little
apologies,
bit of
it got a little quiet.
They noticed. Let's see. This person has acrylics and watercolors, but they really want to try gouache. but they want to know, it's an expense issue, and they want to know, is it worth asking for a birthday present?
I would get the Hemi gouache. There's a link on my site, and that stuff
Oh, that's
is
right.
actually really good for your first gouache.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you have any tips for improving line art?
Other than practice,
Yeah, they want to be good right now without 45
don't be
years of
snarky,
prep.
dear.
It's fun. It's funny to me.
There's
It's-
nothing wrong with people asking for
I
tips.
know, but I understand that.
I know, but don't make people feel bad.
I don't want them to feel bad, but I want them to understand you're not standing here 55 years into this journey.
Yes, but if you
without
had it, there's
practice.
if people had a chance to talk to someone that they look up to and ask them a question and how do you do this? You know, it's you don't want to get a snarky remark from their
I
wife.
understand, but it's
Okay.
not one comment
Let's
today.
not defend it. Let's just not be snarky.
I'm sorry, I don't have a frame of reference for that. Sorry. Well,
Okay.
who are you talking to?
So, despite my snarky wife, I would say yes. Other than practice, look at artists that you like and copy their inking style. Get a feel for why they're doing what they're doing. That's the best way I know of to learn.
I don't know what you guys are talking about when you say poster colors, but they're asking, are poster colors good for painting? What is a poster color?
Colors is what Justin Donaldson uses, and they're like it's kind of like Hemi gouache.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think it's great, but I don't think it's like someone wants to learn music, and it's like an oboe, kind of thing. It's like, okay, you're not going to find too many people who play oboe. You're going to find more people who play the saxophone or the guitar or the piano.
Okay.
So whereas watercolor and acrylics and
paints.
oils are the guitar, the saxophone, and
Okay, that makes sense.
Gouache might be a trumpet, and poster paints are an oboe. It's going to be a very little used
like a
medium,
niche.
but if that is your medium, then that's the thing that brings you joy. So if you have the means to try it, try it.
Let's see. Bethany says, I'll be snarky. Practice. If you want to get better, the answer is practice. Let's see. Have you ever tried origami or crafts?
My sons did. I have a friend, Lar D'Souza, who does origami, and we were at a convention, and he made little origami for my sons, and they just fell in love with it. And
They were
Donna
into that
got them a book on
Origami
it.
Yoda for a while.
Yeah. And but it was after you do it, you're like, okay. But no, I never got into it.
They made so many of those characters. I had those floating all over my car and all
Yeah.
over the house. And oh, here's a good question. Do family members or close friends ever ask for free art?
All the time.
For the last 40 years.
All the time.
They've asked for free art.
Yeah. And I do it as often as
does.
I am physically capable of doing it.
Family never bothered me, but people who quote friends who've asked you, hey, can you help me? I need some art to pitch something.
Yeah, but I always do it.
You do always do it, and it gets old after a while, in my opinion. How do you pick your colors?
Lots of times I'll be inspired by the photo reference, but as you see, if you've been watching the videos, I talk about why I'm picking the colors that I'm picking and whatnot. But it's I try to think of this character and what kind of clothing they would be wearing and why they're wearing this kind of clothing, and I kind of go with that.
Okay. So I'm never going to remember what this is. The cat person?
Tabaxi.
Okay, sure. We'll go with that because I'm going to remember that later. With their head with the window behind them being gray and their head being gray, are you afraid that might get lost?
A little bit, but I'll have the thick outline around them. Sometimes, if you think you don't want to have everybody under the perfect light, everybody perfectly silhouetted, everybody. I think it will feel more natural if sometimes characters are a little close to each other in color. Characters are a little obscured. I think it feels more natural sometimes, like it's like because no one you take a photo and no one is perfectly lit, and there's like no bad tangents or something like that.
Right.
So I think in that case, every once in a while a character's looking off to the left, or the sun is hitting this person's glasses weird or something like that. And so I think I try to do my best to give everybody their best thing, but in this case, like I could have made I can make trees in the background starting here, and then so this will be green in the background here, and it would feel natural. And I could do that, and I might do that, but I also try to go, well, will it feel fake? Like, what an incredible coincidence that he just happens to be, or this person happens to be standing right there. And so hey, we'll see. But, that is the fun of making the art, is you can control those coincidences.
Okay, there you go.
So I think with this pirate character, they're going to have a whole bunch of different colors. So they are not going to like they're just, I like this, it's red. I like this, it's blue. I like this, it's green. And they're just wearing every possible color. And I think that will be their style. So this is, I think, one of those ones where I'm going to throw away. Everybody's going to have a limited palette.
Except this
one character who just has
gonna
literally
stand out like a
no
sore
taste.
thumb. Okay. Oh wait, is that me?
And I will name them Donna.
Yeah, you should. That'd be great. Thanks. Alex, I did see your comment. Good luck with that. I hope your teacher really does like it. That's going to be exciting. When you do your inking, what's going through your mind? And when you first started, how did you learn shape language?
Um,
I know what's going through your mind. Don't screw this up.
What's going through my mind is, what shape language?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know what shape language is, but yeah, when I'm inking, I definitely am just worried about screwing it up.
Mm-hmm. Santa has joined the chat.
Oh, hey, Santa.
Says, happy day, everyone. Best wishes to you. Okay. I got nothing on this question.
Okay. Great question, dear.
There's a lot of questions. I'm just trying to figure out which ones we should go with the next, because there's a lot of art questions today.
That's
and
good.
they're good. Yeah, but I don't want to, it populates and then I try to read a couple and then it just jumps. Anyway, nobody cares. It's fine. If you had an anywhere door, where would you go first?
An anywhere door, Dreamland. Can I go to like magical places?
It says anywhere. We're not specific.
Then Dreamland. Then the future. Yeah, but definitely Dreamland.
Scott has a lot of family that are also artists. quite a few. What would you do if you painted the wrong part? Would you stop the camera?
Oh, crap. I stopped the camera.
That's almost as bad as me unmuting
When I was
you and then leaving
talking,
you
yeah.
unmuted.
When I was talking, no, I wouldn't stop the camera. I would just fix it on camera. You guys see all of the mistakes I do, right? I've been hopefully very good about showing you guys the blunders.
Let's see. Have you tried a half-handed glove for your right hand to prevent smudging? I found that this works so much better than wax paper.
I have not, mainly because I just don't think I would want something on my hand.
If you couldn't handle nail polish on your nails for more than like an hour and a half, I don't think you would do a glove because I think you would feel like it was bothering your hand too much.
Yeah.
You know? I think it's a tactile thing for you.
Yeah.
You know? I think, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Destiny says, sometimes being here just feels like a warm hug, just like meeting Santa. Aw. Even with the snark today, because I'm on a roll with the snark today. Where is Scott? Well, he's in the Hobbit hole, of course.
I'm here in the Hobbit hole.
Where are you? Let's see. Scott, thank you so much for being an inspiration. I'm a college freshman and going to start an art business in the summer.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you, Ruby. That's very sweet. Yeah, Scott's not big on self-portraits. You did one in your travel journal, and
Yeah.
that's about it.
There's a short if you want to see that.
Yep. What tips do you have to draw people?
Look at people. Get photo reference and look at them.
And draw them. Do you ever eat food while drawing?
No, I'll eat
Really?
candy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a sugar kind of guy.
Yeah.
Not a foodie, really. What's your absolutely favorite piece that you've done?
It changes day to day. Some days it's the trans piece. Some days it's the Animal Crackers movie poster. Currently it's this one.
How did you get the confidence to share your art online? That's a good question.
Oh, I've always had trying to think of a nice way of saying it. I've never really cared. No, I don't want to say I never cared what people thought of my art because I'm human and I want people to like my
Yeah,
art.
that's not true.
I've
Yeah.
never cared. I think I inherited this from my dad, is I was never worried about failure.
That's a true statement.
So for me to put my art out there and no one likes it, I'm disappointed,
Yes.
but I'm not fearful of it. And I'll keep doing it because I'm hoping that I will get better and eventually people will like my art. But so a lot of that is internal. That fear is something that we put on ourselves, and I was
That's a real thing, though.
yeah.
That's a real thing for people, and I think it stops a lot of people, I mean, myself included, from doing things
Yeah.
because the fear is real,
Yeah.
you know? Let's see. The chimes that you heard are the grandfather clock that Scott inherited from his dad. Okay, they want specifics. Who in your family is an artist?
Oh, so it is my mom was a fashion illustrator. There's a video, there's a short of her with her art.
Yep.
And her brother, my Uncle Ray, was an illustrator. And he actually sponsored me to get into the New York Society of Illustrators. He was a member. And then their Uncle Dave, which was, I think, my grandmother's brother, was
I don't.
an artist as well.
Yeah.
And
So he did photography too.
yeah, and photography, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, shape language deals with how the shapes of faces or bodies are intended to convey the character's personality and role. Like how Jafar has a pointy chin and more angular features, so he seems more evil.
Oh,
Thank you, Noodle, for that.
that's great. Yeah, that is definitely something that Disney people know.
Yeah, I would think for sure. I don't see that represented in somebody like a
You'd see it with like a Norman Rockwell kind of thing.
I was gonna say like any of the like the Alma Tadema stuff. I don't see that.
No, they're
in that
just
at all.
realism
that would seems to me like maybe it's a newer type of a thing.
Well, no, it's more of a caricature, cartoony kind of thing.
Okay, caricature cartoon. Got it. Okay. Scott started drawing when he was about 6 or 7. No, I'm not in this painting anywhere. Scott painted himself in the painting. Well, actually, you haven't gotten to yourself yet.
No,
but-
she's this character with no fashion sense.
What's your favorite candy to eat while you're painting?
Generally, it's been atomic fireballs, though I wouldn't say no to gummy Coke bottles.
Oh. Those sound really good right now.
Right?
The mods also put in that you like Swedish fish.
And Swedish fish, yeah.
And lately, you've had a penchant for hot tamales.
Yeah, I think I kind of wore myself out on that last time around.
Gee, you only ate a whole box all by yourself. I wonder why. Anne Marie is
If I
here.
never see a box of hot tamales again, it'll be too soon.
You asked for hot tamales. I got you the biggest box of hot tamales I could find. And now you're like, oh, not tamales. Not so good. Let's see. Okay. Thank you for being such an inspiration, Scott.
Oh, thank
He's
you.
never drank his paint water, guys. Never drank his paint
No.
water. He has stuck his paintbrush in his teacup, but he's never drank his paint water. Yes, he does art for himself. Yes, I am drinking tea today.
By the way, this is for me.
Yep.
I'm doing this for me.
Scott has art in his blood. Yes, he does. Wouldn't surprise me if he were to bleed watercolor.
All right, what time is it? It is. Do I have time for?
Oh, honey, it's only 10:10. Yeah.
Okay, so I can do the autistic centaur.
I love freezing my gummy Coke bottles before I eat them.
Ooh, I've never tried that.
Well, now we're going to have to try that gummy Coke bottles. That's going on the list for today. Donna's going to the grocery store.
Oh God.
Dude, get over it. Now I got to try those. And you're the one who said gummy Coke bottles. So don't even start. That's totally
I
your
was
fault.
asked a question and I answered.
I know, but they sound good and it's your fault. I'm now going to go buy gummy Coke bottles. Simon says, you guys are making my day. I'm currently stuck taking it easy with a broken rib. Oh, I'm sorry.
I've had a cracked rib.
Yeah.
And
you
that is
have.
painful.
That is not good.
Don't laugh.
Yeah, don't laugh at all. Not good. Let's see. Your video on how you perceive the world with autism made me realize that I might be slightly autistic. I get extremely overwhelmed with lots of different noises, and I hate being touched by most people. You know what? I'm glad that you realized that. And maybe you can do some things for yourself that mitigate that for you, like wear headphones or earplugs or something, because you need to walk through the world and be comfortable too.
Yeah. Blow dryer.
Oh, hold on. Okay. We're on all different social medias. Like, we're everywhere. And all the social medias are linked on our website. So if you can't find us on another
Yeah, actually, if you go to the About section of YouTube,
Yep.
for
Oh, yeah,
my
they're all
YouTube,
listed
they're
there,
all there.
too. Yep. Correct.
But I'm mostly here.
Yeah. Hey, Richard's here. He says, hello, all you beautiful people.
Hey, Richard.
How you doing, Richard? Long time no chat, type, see, read, all the things. Okay, so Natsu says, hey, Scott, when I'm making art after the line art, when I get to coloring, I lose motivation to finish the piece. Seeing you break through the frustrations makes me wonder, how do you do that?
So you're saying you've lost motivation to color it? Mm-hmm. Maybe you just haven't found a medium that you like. You know, if like, I can't wait to color it. The coloring is the funnest part because all of the hard work is done.
Funnest.
So
we're grammar here.
Yeah. So maybe try a different medium. Blow dryer.
Uh-oh, let's mute it. Go ahead. Okay, let's see. Yes, Steph Nerd is correct. We do not have a backstory or names on any
I thought
of
we
these
would do that
yet.
at a later point.
Yes.
Like when the posters or when the painting's done, then we could sit and we can go through each character. We'll do polls. We'll see what kind of story we can come up with them.
Yeah, but for now he just wants to paint. All right, this person is still having difficulty with perspective. Do you have any tips or personal tricks?
Yeah, there's a short on that. Maybe the mods can link it for you. And let me know if that helps.
Is drawing characters not yours considered art? I draw a lot of DC and Marvel superheroes, so I always got dogma.
No, it's absolutely art. I spent most of my life drawing other people's characters. You know, I was a professional illustrator doing Star Trek and Mortal Kombat and whatnot. I was the artist on Spider-Man. That didn't make me less of an artist.
Yes, I am the character with no fashion sense, which is perfectly fine. One day I will win the lottery and I will have somebody to dress me.
And then Donna could be the stabby Kendu.
Honey, I'm already stabby. I'm just stabby and clearly not able to dress myself. It's fine. If you were a caveman, would you paint handprints or people hunting on the walls?
People hunting.
You guys ask this. Oh my God. I'm still waiting today for if Scott only had one supply. We haven't had that one today yet. Oh gosh.
If you were stuck on a desert island with
only coconuts and a knife, what would you do?
Eat coconuts with the knife.
Correct. I'd run away from Donna because she'd be holding the knife. Where do you get your white pen for the highlights?
There's a link on my art supplies. It is a Uniball Signo. You can get it anywhere.
Do you feel that having artists in your family gave you connections or resources that helped you in your career or artistic journey? No.
No, it didn't help me with my career. I have no idea what's going on with this thumb area. But it did help me. I was encouraged to make art. And I know that that's something that a lot of young artists don't have. They have parents who say, you can't be an artist. You shouldn't be an artist. So that's what I was just encouraged to keep practicing.
I had braces when I was younger, and Scott recently had Invisalign. Scott does not use canvas. Apparently, frozen gummy worms are good. I've never tried those. Let's see. Tea. Not coffee. Well, it depends on the day. 99.9% of the time, it's tea. If I'm feeling sassy, then it's coffee. I don't know that of all the quotes I've done so far, I don't know if I could pick a favorite. I've gotten so many good quotes, but thank you for asking. Let's Let's see. Hey, Scott, I don't do art in school as I dropped in for music. So what advice would you give me to stay doing art also? Thank you for inspiring me to try and stay in art.
Oh, sure. Try journaling. You know, I look at my I think there's still a playlist for my travel journal, or look at the one I do for the zoo, and try doing something like that where it's a little bit of writing, a little bit of art.
Yep. No, Scott does not like black licorice, and neither do I. Blech.
That's what we say to black licorice.
Yeah,
Blech.
blech.
Blech, I say.
Darjeeling tea is not strong enough for me. No offense. I'm sure a lot of people like it. It is a much more mellow type of blend, and I don't prefer that. I like an Assam and Kenyan blend because I want my tea strong enough to stand a spoon up in. And you may quote me on that. How should I shift from pencil art to paintings?
I've found that for me, going and doing the ink lines was a good in-between phase because I was still drawing, and then I could put watercolors on top of it. And watercolors didn't have to be my shape and my form. The line work was. That's just me. That's just what worked for me, though.
Let's see. You don't have a favorite flower, do you?
No.
My favorite flowers are these beautiful paper flowers that Bethany Primrose made for me because I have really bad allergies. And they don't smell, so they don't make me sneeze. I know I'm really boring, but it's really better for me that way. And someone who loves me made me flowers. Wow. Unknown Atlantis just sent you a ridiculous tip, which was totally unnecessary.
Yeah,
and said,
thank you.
Hey, Scott and Donna, just would like to say thank you both for being so kind to everyone. I love playing your streams when I'm doing things. I'm currently doing a color by number pixel art. Keep being awesome. P.S. Your voice is so comforting, Donna.
Oh, thank you.
That was very kind of you and incredibly generous. And wow. That was a wow. This person says, love from India. Your art is so inspirational.
Thank you.
Do you prefer to draw characters or landscapes?
I like to draw characters unless I'm traveling, in which case I like to do the landscapes.
Yeah.
I am just looking at trying to decide what kind of color the centaur's horse body is going to be.
Oh, we made Simon laugh with his ribs.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I hope I answered your question, Jane, but my favorite tea it's the Harrods Knightsbridge blend. It used to be called their strong breakfast.
All right, we're going to go with white fur. I think that
White fur.
Yeah, like a Shadowfax, Gandalf's horse.
Oh, you mean a white coat.
Yeah.
You don't really typically say fur with a horse. It's usually a coat.
Okay.
Yeah, the horse's coat. So, are there any inspirational artists that you look up to?
Oh, tons. There's Drew Struzan. There's J.C. Leyendecker. There is John Buscema. There's Winsor McKay. There's Alphonse Mucha. So many.
So many. Let's see. How do you budget your money when buying expensive art supplies? Please. Yes, I hate coloring. He doesn't.
Yeah, you don't budget.
He doesn't budget. He just goes to the art store and buys $12 rolls of tape to tape down his paintings. And then he comes home and then I roll my eyes and try to figure out how to pay for it. That's how it's worked for 35 years.
Yeah.
Are you going to do a poll for the 70s alphabet or are you going to choose the musicians?
I will do a poll.
I mean, it's so funny. They're like, what's the next project? What's the next project? What are you doing after that project?
So I'm also realizing that this belt does not continue.
Oh, because you got so much going on there. That doesn't surprise me.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just need to remind people or try to fix it in the line work.
Give it a minute to dry before you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what color.
We love Avatar: The Last Airbender. Scott doesn't do commissions anymore. Let's see. Hey Scott, my watercolors keep layering over my ink. What can I do? What do you mean when you say layering, Lightning Gladiator?
Are they lifting up your inks? Because if so, then
Yeah.
you don't have a waterproof ink.
Yeah.
If they're covering it up, then you need to add more water, and you're using opaque watercolors. You got to make sure your watercolors are transparent. Blow dryer.
Oh, hold on, baby. Okay, go ahead. Let's see. How did you start doing prints? Oh God, we've done prints for years.
Well, the posters, there's a company called printrunner.com, and they have given us the best quality and price.
Their shipping, not great.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not their fault.
No, I think it is their fault. Hello from the Philippines. Yeah, they feel me too. They have terrible allergies. Yeah, this is the season for it. I hate spring. I have always hated spring, and allergies are just the worst. Do you think the centaur and the guild are friends with the centaur in the centaur and the dragon painting?
I would think so.
Oh, hold on. You're muted again. Gosh dang it. Sorry. Go ahead.
I would think so.
Thanks, Bethany. Let's see. I always struggle with the white highlighting pen. It never releases the ink in the correct way, like
Yeah.
it is dried up.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, though, those Uniball Signo pens are temperamental.
They're so inconsistent, which is why
Yeah.
gouache is just superior in every way.
Yeah. Who will be the last person you will paint for today, or will you finish the rest of the painting?
Oh,
my
God, no,
gosh.
this is the last person.
there's too many
We've
characters
already
left
been
to
doing this for an hour and a half, so I will
Yeah.
be finishing up shortly.
You should, we can pan out when we're done, and you can show everybody all the characters you've done so far, and then all the ones you have left to do. How about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Agent K says, "Good morning, Mr. Scott. How are you today?"
I'm good. How are you?
Kamika says, "I've done a bunch of ink drawings, but I'm always too scared to apply watercolors because I'm afraid that I'll ruin it. Any tips?"
Ruin it. Or scan it in and then ruin it. But you have to, if you want to do this, you can just do ink drawings. Like, you never have to use watercolor ever. No one is forcing anybody to use watercolors. So if you want to do watercolors, you got to do the watercolors. Otherwise, don't do it. I mean, it's either you're going to do it or you're not. But the only thing stopping you is you.
I have tried pour tea, but it's not my favorite. And it tends to be more mellow, and I like really strong tea. Let's see. We have no plans to visit India anytime soon. We were going to, because Scott was going to be working on a movie, but the movie...
Lost its funding.
Yeah. So, no plans at present, but we would like to get there. Yeah, you didn't mess up the pen. The pens are just, sometimes there's certain supplies are just temperamental,
Yeah.
Which is your favorite character that you've done so far?
I like the one with the wings. I think is really pretty.
You cannot print on a printer that you would have at home and get the same quality that you would have from a commercial printer. Nor could we do the amount of the quantities that we would need
Yeah.
to do. There's no way to do that at home with our own
I mean,
printer.
it's just they print in large sheets and cut it, and we're having like 4,000 cut up and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
it's just not
Yeah.
not feasible to have a printer like that. It's very expensive. Let's see. I made it. Yay, sorry for missing so many lives. Disability
worries.
has made me sleep a ton. Also, will we be able to pre-order the guild? We got the alliance and just need to get them together.
I don't know if we're going to do pre-orders. I might get them in. The thing is that there's a part of me that wants to do pre-orders, so I get a better idea of how many of you want it. But I got the wrong impression when I did that for the Dragon and Centaur and overprinted. So I don't know if it's as helpful as I thought it was. But I will.
We'll take that under advisement.
Yeah, let me just finish this and then see where I am with it. I think I am done for now. I will continue working on it, of course, but I think I'm running out of steam.
I don't know what you want to know.
Do you want to zoom out?
I will zoom out. Let me zoom out. All right. We can now see all the characters you haven't done yet.
Okay, let me.
But if you really want to show everybody, you might want to move it towards me, the board towards me.
Let me do this. Darn it. Wrong one again.
There is a tour of the Hobbit hole.
There's a video on the making of it.
Yeah, there's a video on the making of the Hobbit hole.
Okay.
So you can see that. There's lots of cool stuff in that video. We have made one film, and it is animal crackers.
How's that?
Wow, we can see the whole thing now, but not very detailed. But that's good. That's okay. See it?
Yeah.
We can see the whole thing. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. That's great.
So we are almost, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I think 17, 18, or Kiwi will be the halfway point. But I'll be putting out a video this morning. I actually started working on it. So in about another hour or so, I'll put out a video of bringing us up to the Tabaxi.
Yep.
But it's coming along. It's coming along.
It is. So how many do you have left to do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
2021 with the two mice.
2021. Oof.
Every painting that Scott does is mixed medium. You'll find pencils and inks and watercolors and colored pencils, and there's some acrylic gouache in here and some other things.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, it's 90%.
Is it going to be the same size as the Alliance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's 11 by 30. But
Oh, good. They can zoom in on YouTube. They like it.
oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where we are right now, guys. And it is 10:30. So we are going to say thank you for being here with us.
I hope we
And-
weren't too boring today. I feel a little low energy today, but
Well, you only got up at like 5 o'clock.
it's up at 5:30 this morning. Yeah. But thank you guys for. And just, look for the video today. I'll be posting it, like I said, in the next hour or so. But we love seeing you and hanging out with you. And
Thanks for all the good art questions today,
Yeah.
too, guys. You had a lot of art questions today. If I missed any of them, write it on a Post-it and ask it on Friday, and we'll get there. But thanks for being here with us. And we will see you guys on Friday.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.